Welcome back, everybody. This is the Mediocre Alaskan Podcast. Draw results came out for Alaska today. It's the 19th of February. As expected, I did not draw anything. It's kind of weird. Last year I posted like a picture of a mountain goat every day leading up to the draw, trying to like speak it into existence. And of course it didn't happen. So this year I went a different route. And part of that was because I was editing part of my book, and it was, I think it's in April, maybe, because my book's a month-by-month look at 2020, and I was talking about reputation and just how greasy some of the ways that we get reputations are, the methods that we use to get that, and just, posting or making content or just however it is, and sometimes it can be very, very disingenuous, and like people can have reputations that don't actually represent who they are. They've cultivated some sort of online persona, and that's what the expectation is, but it's not at all real. It's just fake. You can buy followers on Instagram, and you can just keep putting old content up, or you can just @ people or hashtag stuff. And I wrote that last year because I felt like I was kind of falling into that trap to where, if I didn't, it was in spring, and so if I didn't catch a steelhead, then I wasn't legit, or I had to catch something so that I could post, and I thought, dude, that's so stupid. You really got to have those times when you're reflective and you look at where this road takes you, right? You can't just assume that, nothing is a problem. So I don't want to end up being one of those writers or one of those outdoors people that's always just, I don't know. You just kind of know it when you see it. So, I don't want to go down that road. It's kind of a self-check. Right? So I didn't put anything up leading into the draw. I put in for bison, good caribou tag, Dall sheep, goat, and that was it. I didn't get any of them, which is fine because there's a lot of over-the-counter stuff too. And that's another thing too that I was thinking about going forward. It's really not that big of a deal. I think a lot of the hype that comes around the tag season, because everybody or most down south podcasts are talking about tag season and this and that. And it's great to listen to, and you get some information about what other states are doing, but it's just not really a big deal up here. It's kind of fun, and people get caught up in the theatrics a little bit, but it's really not a huge deal. There are so many hunts that I can make happen if I choose to, that I don't need to draw any tag. I can go over the counter. And I think it's, ridiculous sometimes that we residents get really upset about other people who are, messing up the draw odds for us, or out-of-staters who are going to draw. Like someone is going to draw a really good goat tag that I wanted and not going to be able to hunt it. That seems like that's what's been happening because it's in an area that it's just should absolutely be a slam dunk. I don't know why either people don't hunt it or there's not a 100% success rate. I just don't understand it. I know it's mountain goat, but I know this area. I don't understand how that can happen. But life gets in the way, Someone from Missouri draws it and can't come up, or, can't afford a guide or whatever it is. And I don't know. I don't think that it's necessarily helpful to just blanket statement, non-residents, blowing it, or this person's an idiot, or this, or that. You don't really know what's going on. And so I think I should probably focus more on, the hunts that I'm going to do, rather than who can't do this hunt or who drew the hunt that I wanted and then didn't hunt it. Like, why do we need to go out of our way to find enemies? Why do we need to go out of our way and are always looking for some sort of person to be upset at or something it's just stupid. It's a waste of time. It's an absolute waste of time. And I do that often, and I sense myself doing it. I'm like, dude, this is a waste of your time. Why are you doing this? Playing that, too many hunters card, there's too many hunters. There's you can't find anywhere alone. Like, it's not, dude, it is what it is. Right. And you got to live with it. So rather than whine, find some better way to do it, or find some other hunt, or make a hunt that you want to make happen. Right? I haven't made a moose happen. That's my fault. It's not someone else's fault that they drew a moose hunt and they got to go up there and they got to film whatever episode of whatever season they're on to go shoot a moose. If I feel anything at that, I should feel not jealousy. I should feel motivated. Right? This person's making it happen. They might have more money than me. They might be sponsored. They might be whatever. But somehow they are making that happen. And so I should look at my life. I should reflect on what I'm doing and what am I not doing in order to make these things happen. Because if I do have one life, and which I believe, obviously, and I live in Alaska, why am I not making this happen? Why am I upset at some non-resident making it happen? Maybe that's part of it. Maybe it is I'm resentful that I'm not making what I should make happen. Someone else down south is valuing what I have in my backyard more than I am. So those are my thoughts on the drawing stuff. But now I do have a big year planned. It's going to be a lot of fun heading up to Fairbanks area to hunt caribou with a couple buddies up there, Harrison and Steve. They've talked me into it. I'm excited to go up there. The 40-mile caribou herd has recovered from its numbers in the 70s and 80s to a point where there's over 80,000 caribou, and so they are looking to cull the herd a little bit. And so it's a resident registration hunt, and I'm excited to go up there and partake in that. Just another great example of, good management. And management includes hunting. When Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, hunting is conservation is like one of their mottos, and it is like their hunting has to play a role in it. When we talk about, making enemies, there are people who say that all hunters are enemies, and that's just crazy. It doesn't make sense. Hunters have revived so many species. If we look at, it was overhunting in the 1800s that put so many species at risk of being gone forever. Teddy Roosevelt, after hunting bison, was like, dude, we can't, this is not a direct quote, of course. He said, we can't let these bison go extinct. This is, we have to conserve this. And, throughout history, it's been hunters who have put forth not just energy, but time and money. And they've been the one that have been conserving these species, and they've been the ones who want to preserve this. The idea out there that hunters just want to kill until there's nothing left is absolutely ludicrous and uneducated.
After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after talking to them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings directly to you. For anyone who hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. I was hesitant about having to get a new phone and a new phone number, but with Mint, you can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone and your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or for a family, and at Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and to get the plans shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/waypoint. That is mintmobile.com/waypoint. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/waypoint.
But again, it's find that enemy, right? Like, what's the point in my life? I need some sort of point, some sort of mission, some sort of thing. And so I'm going to be angry at this, and I'm, the recreational anger, and that's both sides, man. We go out of our way to be angry and find some sort of cause so we can feel some sort of purpose, and it's just ridiculous. Making fun of people or everything. Even within the groups, right? Bow hunters are archery is better than rifle. If you're a trad bow versus compound or anything, fly fishing is better than spin casting. Stupid things to argue about, and it just distracts us from what we should be doing. You go out there and you have a good time, and if you want to post on Facebook about it, then do it. If you want to post on Instagram, just do that. Be happy. Right? Try to project that one thing is better than other, or that you have something figured out that you don't. And man, again, this is me like talking to myself, reminding myself, because I don't want to go down that road where I end up being some sort of purist, right? Where I'm better than you because I fly fish. I'm better than you because I'm a resident and I hunt in Alaska. I'm better than you because of this. I cannot stand. I would hate myself if I ended up being that. And then also becoming to that point where you think because you've killed enough things that you've ascended to this level of like supreme alpha. My freshmen were just reading the Most Dangerous Game, right, where that crazy Russian ends up hunting people because that's the only worthy adversary. Not that, alpha hunters are people who go around the world and shoot stuff. One day want to shoot humans. But just that idea that I've conquered everything. I am macho. I've seen a couple of videos of people, it's a great hunt, filmed with great cameras, and they get really close, dramatic footage. And then as soon as the arrow is released, then they're talking to the camera there's just so void of any sort of excitement. You don't even know if they hit the animal or not. Like, oh, dang, he's talking about how he missed. Oh, wait, no, he actually did hit it. And it was a good hit. But he goes through this, like, it's just so bland and void of emotion because it's a show. Like, it's all business. It's all, the enjoyment has just left the experience. And gosh, I hope I don't get there either. I hope that I always have that, like, on the edge of pooping my pants, just so much excitement after you put a deer in the crosshairs, or you put a deer in the sights, or whatever it is, or to hear that elk. I just want to really feel that. You see some people make that content that it seems like they're saying the right thing, but their actions say something totally different, with the camera on them, they know what to say. It's, this isn't even really about the hunt. Well, no, or the kill. Like, well, it is. It totally is. Like, you clearly made that. You showed that it was totally about, the animal, but there's some other things, and I totally get the other things, but just that kind of the discrepancy. And again, I'm sounding like a judgmental person. I just said we go out of our way to find people to criticize, and here I am criticizing. There's no ends to our ability to be hypocritical. But I think, and I wrote about this too in the book, is that as hunters and anglers, if we can just focus on why we got into this in the first place, and what we feel and what we felt, that makes so much better content. When people are writing about that experience and not trying to describe how the reel sings when the line comes off it, or just making it a show and putting in tips and making it about how much the content that is just so great are those people that are so excited when it happens. When you watch those videos where there's like, someone wins a hunt, and you get to watch them go on the hunt, just how appreciative they are. And you watch that and you're like, dude, I don't ever want to lose that. Or I like being reminded of that, right? This person values this hunt so much, and I don't want to lose that. I don't want to be the person who loses track of that. And, if you do hunt enough, it does kind of become routine. But, that best content, the stuff that you want to watch, man, the stuff that you want to read, is just the people who can capture that moment and take you back to those moments when you felt like that, right? Man, that's just, it's so much fun to read that stuff, and so much fun to watch that, just that excitement and that joy and connecting to it. So, and, some people like that, no big deal. Here it is. Here's another huge bull. Here's another huge buck. Here's another huge bear. No big deal. So, yeah, something to think about. We're going to call that this episode 180 something, 84. I don't know. Make sure you check out the MediocreAlaskan.com. Make sure you check out that website, my Instagram, Alaska Lund, and Mediocre Alaskan on Instagram for updates about the book. Doing some final edits now, and so hopefully again sometime in April that book will be unleashed and available for purchase. So I would greatly appreciate that. And thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.